Welcome back. Haha. So, part 3, episode 3. Hopefully, it's just 3 parts. I really hope. Maybe if you're enjoying it, maybe you want 4 parts. We'll try to get through it. As you can see, I did some improvement on the F. I got some just the pink I had used before, mixed it with some white, lightened it up. You can see it better. And then, so just to reiterate, to finish, we're gonna do this color spectrum, starting with the light pink, the princess. I think they call it princess pink too, as well as the princess purple. Yep, these paint makers love princesses, apparently. So maybe you're a big Disney fan, I don't know, but so color spectrum through here, all the way through. We're gonna try to be as smooth with that as possible. Being that there are bigger letters than down here, it should be easier. And then we'll reset with color spectrum, and we're just gonna do every other word. So sort of the opposite. Again, synchronicity, sort of the opposite of what we did down here. But what we tried to do, we made some mistakes, but it's okay. See, just you gotta step back, admire some of this stuff because I sure do love it. So just in case we need more, I got this thing, the palette, not the easel. Yes, I messed that up. So we're gonna start with we got a brush that's a good size for that. Now I got this one, it's really stiff, so yeah, that's what we want. So we're gonna start with the this is the light pink right here. So boom. All right, let's jump right in. Making sure. There we go. Boom. Very smooth. Very smooth. There we go. I like it. See, the nice thing is we're really not going for coverage. You stand back, you're like, you see the color, you get it. It's very obvious what you're looking at. So, quick little dip in the watery soap, or the soapy water. Jeez. Maybe I need some more Juan Valdez running through these veins. Well, Hulkamania is running wild through these veins still. 30 years later, man. It's all right. Jumping in to now, being that these words are dark, so it's going to be kind of like this A, where it's, even though you're not going to get good coverage and stuff, and it sort of almost seems to blend in, you can still see it. You can still, it's clearly an H. You know, anybody knows the English alphabets, you know, they will know that there's an H, and it's not the best. I'm gonna just get globular, you know, let's just attack it. Let's full on attack this. There we go, see? This canvas is actually much more absorbent than I sort of previously gave it credit for. See, again, once this dries, maybe I put a little bit, you know, too much over the black. But it's okay, because you can always go back. Boom, see? Bam, bam, bam. Texture, it's got flavor, it's got freaking character. I do have some other size brushes, so I'll just, yeah, there we go. Just a little couple dips and tricks in that soapy water there, and the wrench is gonna sit there. There we go. All right, cool. So next is, let's see, candied apples. Yes. Who doesn't like apples? Now the O's can be a little tricky. You think they'd be easy, but you gotta come around those curves. There we go, see? You don't want to go around those curves like hell not, like I said before. You want to... I've been learning how to hit these curves a little better, so... Again, I hope that my head isn't cut off the frame. Yeah, it's bare bones, just working through it, you know? As long as you can hear me and see the painting. There we go. See, that's looking mighty fine to me. It's looking mighty fine, so. Don't mind the neighbors. If you hear them, I think they may be having a quinceañera. I'm not sure. So things could really pop off here in the hood here soon. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and next color is the outrageous orange. So we're moving right along. So. I know last we left off, we were sort of getting talked into taking these, I call them sort of desert dwellers, because it seemed like they love being outside. They love being outside even in the summer. So they want to go to this rave in the desert. A desert rave, if you will. So, they needed a ride, because just like Polly, the man, see, thinking back on these times, man, it's kind of stressful. I mean, it was fun, obviously, but I think what I'm really annoyed at is just the width of this freaking brush, man. It got flattened out too much, and it's like, okay, that's fine, because this orange likes to blend in to the other orange. It's like an orange blender, I don't know, so of course I'm like, a couple ladies want me to give them a ride. I mean, trying to be a gentleman here, so I was like, I've never been to a desert rave. I've been up in the mountains at sort of, I mean, you could call it sort of like a lookout or makeout point or something. It overlooks the city. It overlooks the city skyline as far as the eye can see. And we'd go up there and do things that we'd probably get in trouble for doing in the wrong area. Or, oops, see, it's about time. They get some paint brushes and a lavalier mic. So, just trying to keep the integrity. Oh man, see, it's really bad today. So the air quality was really bad. I think that's really affecting things. So. We're moving into the dark yellow. See, you can probably see the skin. Again, but boom, see, it's still very viable. It's very viable. So now look at that. See, I'm sure you can see, and it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's cool looking, because it's like. You can see that probably on a t-shirt. It's like this randomly, horribly orange painted letter U. Like, do you go to Orange U? You go to the University of Orange? Aren't you glad you saw my shirt? So, just moving right along. So I warned these girls. I didn't have any, I didn't have like a Ford Explorer or an Outback Subaru. It's like a 2007. There we we go. See, I don't want to make this S2 because these are big letters, so they're going to really stand out. I mean, for the most part, those do look sloppy, but it's almost like this is the perfect size to control your sloppiness. It seems like it's about getting that perfect size brush. Makes very little effort. And obviously this is not smooth. I'm sort of going piecemeal. There we go. See, I committed to that one. But again, it gives it interesting freaking textures. Love it. I love the textures. So we're gonna go into the bright yellow. Yeah. So that was the dark yellow. So this is just like a regular yellow. I think it's like, I think they say it's freaking lemon or something. Let's see. Oh no, it's bright yellow. Yeah. So yeah, we see the difference in the PPs down there, and the Ps. Never been a big fan of Ps, you know? It's like green bean covered mashed potatoes. They're like little pieces of mashed potatoes inside, which, I mean, I like mashed potatoes, but, you know, sort of, I'm somewhat picky though when it comes to mashed potatoes, because I prefer sort of, you know, like garlic style, or sort of fully loaded, like with bacon and cheese and sour cream. That kind of soup is good too, like baked potato soup. See, I don't even know what gets me started. What was I even talking about? The legs of the freaking baked potato soup. But before we get back to the desert dweller girls and the rave and the freaking trip to another state, which I didn't even know. See, it's just basically like a state over. See, I don't know if you hear that, but there's like, they're freaking really bumping down there, see. So, I might be doing karaoke. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash and rinse that sucker. Again, just apologize for the voice. The air quality was like, sometimes you can see on the weather app on your phone, at least on the iPhone, it'll say the weather quality, and it was like, normally it's about 40s or 50s, and today it was like 5 freaking hundreds, like how people can even freaking breathe. I mean, it's insane. It's truly insane. See, I'm not a fan. You hear that? It's a very rough brush. I do have these other brushes that are... See, we're going to stick with the one we've been using because that can give us a level of consistency. It's, like I said, it's about consistency. Synchronicity. So, but yeah, before we go to the desert, look at that, see, man, dang. That glue gets loose in there. Maybe take a blow dryer, some hot air. I can't blow enough hot air, so you might beg to differ, but so we're blowing a lot of hot air on this show, but so the next color is the again, we're back on peas, man. Freaking green-eyed, what do they call them? Black-eyed peas, yeah. I did not say what you think I said there, because said frickin', it's like that Bruno Mars song. Uptown Funk You Up. See, I mean, I've heard people do that on karaoke, and it sounds like, you know, they're saying what you think they're saying. And you know what I think, you think, I know I think I'm saying, so, or referring to. I know that was double talk. So See, again, this thing is getting too wide, so sometimes things can be too wide. We're trying to stay straight as possible on these things. There we go. See? Freaking follows through with that. That middle one, it's a little difficult. Maybe we should switch up tactics here, and I'm going to sort of grab a this other little brush. Let's see how this goes. Got real freaking globular with that one. There, yeah. That's fine, yeah, so that works. I mean, frick, I could just, if I use a Q-tip, it would have the same effect. There we go, yeah, that's what I like. Me liking the coverage. That's freaking 5G coverage right there. There we go. See, once I start getting a groove, and it's like, this is jazz, baby. See, probably even some of the greatest jazz musicians start off a little bit, you know, once they first jump on, you know, the guitar, they're just like, you know, they just got to get a rhythm going. They got to get a rhythm going. So, is this the same one? See, sometimes these brushes, man, they're elusive. So, oh, there we go. See, I was looking, what in the heck? So, thing was supposed to go in the wash, the washing cup. So, yeah, I remember I was telling you about these girls, you know, about the thrift stores. You know, if you want to do your own painting, so if you want to do your own paint over, that's it. I know I've said repaint. I know I've said things wrong when I said it one way or the other, and I said, you know, this is what I mean. Oop, there we go again. So, if you want to repaint, paint over, see, gosh dang. So, old habits, man. I've had this idea of the freaking repaint, and it's like, I was kind of thinking it's like reboot. I think I already said that too, but it's like, it just doesn't work. It's a paint over. But then again, it's like paint over sort of could be like a do-over. But again, this is not doing it over. This is just freaking painting over it. I mean, if you could just call it like adding color. But no, I already decided it's a freaking paint over. So, see what I'm talking about when it comes to the groove? Getting in the groove there, see? That was pretty smooth. So, yeah, the thrift store is a great place to get some very cheap art, or, you know, just a painting, because this is novice painting. It's not novice art. I know I've said art and all this stuff, but let's just go back and replace those words in our minds with painting. There we go. So, art's kind of a sort of a bad word around here. You know, it's like Voldemort. Don't, that which shall not be named. So, there we go. See. Obviously, you can see the groove is in full effect right now. So, thrift store is a great place to get paintings. And this girl I was dating one time, really trying to impress her, and she showed me this wall that she had this unique collection of she was doing it sarcastically. She's kind of hipster. Maybe a big, I don't even, anyway. So she was like, yeah, I got this wall where I'm collecting all these different weird, funny pictures, like, kind of like a plate and stuff. It wasn't like Elvis stuff, but when I saw it, it was dolphins. So, I don't know, in my bright mind or whatever, I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I went to a freaking Goodwill, and it's just like, there was this pretty cool looking sort of dolphin painting. You know, who knows who painted it? Who knows? Dang it. I already used the green. So, who knows who painted it? You know, it could have been some, you know, maybe some really talented art teacher from freaking 1979. It had that look of the 70s. And, you know, being a hipster, you know, it's kind of like on the verge of being vintage or something, I think. So, I was like, this would get me some brownie points. Like, I'm sure she would, I bet she would really like this. Alright, so, oh wait, so the mint green, which is this one. It's very minty. Double mint green. So, here we go. The S's can be tricky. But again, I got my groove back, so you can see the difference as we move along, so it's okay. It gives it character and class, a sense of luxury, if you will. Sounding like freaking Robin Leach over here. Champagne wafers and caviar frames. Wow, you may be too young to remember that show. You can definitely see it on YouTube, obviously. They might even have every single episode on Peacock or something. But that was like the early version of Cribs. But I keep getting so off track. Anyway, so I got this freaking dolphin paintings, and once you know it, I go there, I give her the painting, she's like laughing. I'm like, she's like, it's almost like she didn't know what to think, because it was like, why the heck would you give me this? And I was thinking, why the heck did I give her this? At the same time, I was like, I mean, we freaking know each other for like 2 weeks. I'm giving this girl dolphin paintings. Like, that's not normal, right? I mean, that's something you do after marriage. After you get married, that's when you get dolphin paintings. That's when you get someone to paint. See? It looks awesome, though. I really like this different color scheme. So, you know what? So, I already messed up again. But it's okay, because we got more colors. That was supposed to be Ocean Breeze, our freaking favorite. You know, that was, wait a minute. That was Ocean Breeze. Or is this Ocean Breeze? Oh, see, this is Ocean Breeze. We're in freaking cake. Yeah, so, let's jump right into the Ocean Breeze right here. Starting to doubt myself here. No, see, yeah, that's turquoise, that's freaking baby blue. There we go, yeah, that's mint green, because it's obvious, it's freaking minty. This looks like oceany. And once you know, it's a freaking O for the ocean. See? Boom. Boom shakalaka. Booyaka, booyaka, 619. Booyaka, booyaka, 702. So she's like, why'd you give me a picture of a dolphin? It's very thoughtful, but why? It's like, yeah. Because it was actually freaking unicorns that she was collecting. It wasn't freaking dolphins. Like, I totally got unicorns and dolphins confused. But that's totally understandable. That's totally understandable. Yeah, see, that's minty, that's oceany. So, we're on the right track there. So obviously, This may be sort of an epic final part, sort of a, I don't know, who knows, we're moving right along, but it could be like freaking Revenge of the Paint, Episode 3, Revenge of the Paint, because that movie was that, Episode 3 Star Wars, that was freaking 2.5 hours long, so that was the, see, I said it. Dang. There was supposed to be more green. Oh well, so, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, that's cool because then we can add them more in there. So, we skipped a few colors, we skipped a few shades. You know, it's like when I'm driving with someone, we start talking. You miss a few turns. And all of a sudden you're in the worst part of town, or you freaking get on the bus and you end up, let's see, I was supposed to do a dark green and then get into the blues. Oh well, so we'll just go ahead and jump right after Ocean Breeze, which is the freaking baby blue. So things happen for a reason. That's the way you gotta look at stuff. So it's like, you know, if I did it the exact way I wanted to do it, then someone probably would have been like, that's some BS. I don't like it. I don't like the way you did it. But then even if they did say that, I'd be like, well, I don't care, you're BS. You're a no fun Tony. That's what you are. You're a freaking NFT, no fun Tony. So, because we want real physical things we can touch. Digital cards. Like what? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna start ranting, so I'll stop. All right. So, yeah, it's fine. There's a little peeking out there, the original color of the F. But so, after baby blue, we got the Atlantis. See, I messed up because I think that was Atlantis. No, see, this is Atlantis. Yes. Wow, so this is crazy. Oh yeah, that's the blue I skipped. See, that's what happens if you don't freaking go in order. Yeah, that's nice because you can see sort of natural progression of the shade there. So this stuff really goes on nice when it's been sitting all day and stuff. Boom. See? You can really probably see that popping. That's pop locking for days, buddy. So. Good, see there's like a freaking booger in there. There we go, so that's gone. And kind of smooth that out a little bit. There we go. Boom, boom. Still looks like a C, I didn't make it look like a G. Ain't a G thing, baby. Ain't a G thing, baby there. That one, some people might say, misinterpret it and the message and think it says happiness never degreases instead of decreases. So that's a risk you gotta take. That's a risk in life. You know, some people might think it says decrease, some people might think it says decrease. Either way, they're very close words, okay? It's a G and a C. Anyway. I'm ranting about letters here. Alright, so we're jumping into, after Atlantis, it's the primary blue, which we've kind of buried in Atlantis. Wait, see, let me look at that again. So, Atlantis. Which one is freaking that? Which color is that? Oh, that's turquoise. This is Atlantis. Man, see, that's why you gotta be like a mixologist. You can really tell the difference, and you can mix your own colors. Keep things really straight. Alright, so things getting wobbly. There we go. So it's looking good. It's looking good, folks. Boom, nice. See how Jimmy got his groove back. How you like me now? So there we go. Gonna do a little wash. Yeah, we're really taking our time. I mean, this is, again, like I mentioned in the last episode, you can use this to fall asleep too, because maybe it's just mind-numbingly boring. Who knows? I would lean to that being more likely than exciting. We'd all have to agree this isn't necessarily exciting stuff. This isn't like public freakout videos or frickin' Karen freakouts or, prank videos. Well, those went out a long time ago, I guess. Apparently. I don't know. Maybe they're coming back. So, who knows? I don't really mind. Just try to be nice to people. It's friggin', when you're creative, sometimes things can get a little out of hand, It's like this. We're friggin' outlaws of paint. New age outlaws, babe. If you will, I would. Alright, so I'm gonna tap this down because we want to make this sucker not as wide. Alright, I'm gonna try to make sure my head doesn't block stuff. I'll try to, treat this like I'm a manager of a resort. Trying to make everybody, just make it a good experience. And it's obviously subjective whether something is good or if someone considers something quality. But one thing I'm trying to do is, sort of make little improvements during each episode. So I know some people probably think, well, you could probably do some close-ups or zoom-ins, but believe me, you don't want to see this close-up. You do not want to see this close-up. Yes, there we go. See? I like when it has the little micro shakes, sort of the microwaves in there, I call them, sort of. It's the remnants of that Juan Valdez. I'm coming down from Juan Valdez, man. There you go, so, boom, purple. How you like me now, purple? So, just gonna scrape that. See, we got a nice, fun, freaking mess here. It's cool. That stuff it's fun. I'm a little worried that that dark purple's gonna get in there in the light a little more than I want. So obviously, we're getting to the end of the spectrum here, the visible spectrum. I mean, we can't do like infrared colors. Unless it's like sort of what the Predator would see, where it's like red and it's freaking yellow. The kid's like, in part 1, it's like, or it's part 2, I think. It's like, you want some candy? You want some candy? And the Predator kept replaying this kid saying, you want some candy? Like super freaky. It's just like, dude, come on, Predator. You're supposed to be killing people, not freaking horrifying them. Which, like, creepy, demonic kid saying, You want some candy. I mean, this sounds wild, but I think if you've seen Predator 2 with Danny Glover, you know what I'm talking about. So, I mean, that was a crazy movie in general. Like, wow, they really upped the stakes from freaking part 1. I mean, when you bring in Maria Conchita Gonzalez, you know stuff's getting real. And Bill Paxton, man, especially during that period of time. Alright, so we're just trying to be careful not to knock over this thing. But yeah, Predator 2, that was crazy when, like, it was even more gory than the first one. And there was like people getting arms cut off and chests blown through with lasers, and there was this guy who kept freaking like picking his, like taking a razor and like he was shaving, but it was like he wasn't even using any shaving cream. That was almost worse than like decapitations or whatever. I don't even think there was. Oh, the Predator, he likes to skin people. Oops, see? This is precarious, folks. Yeah, he likes to skin people. He's like me when it comes to fried chicken. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the skin, you know. So I used to like it when I was a kid, but then I learned about connective tissue. So just gonna rinse that off. So anyway, we go to this. So the girls, the desert dweller girls, I go pick them up from the ranch house, the cool ranch house. Okay, so we're going back to the light pink. Yes. It's gotten quite dry. But we don't need too much. Nice coverage. There's a little freaking pudding skin nugget in there, but it's okay. Pudding skin nuggets are sometimes, unavoidable. So you gotta roll with the pudding skin nuggets. And when I say pudding skin, some of these references, if you weren't there, I'll explain it, but you should go back. You should go back and check out the origin of pudding skin. And what I mean by that is, well, I was talking about the acrylic paint, and when they dry, they get a skin on top like the freaking nasty pudding that would be baked. Because it was like, I was more a fan of the pudding where you basically just, it was like a bag of powder and you mix it with milk. You just whip that thing up. And it was even better if you used like a hand blender. Oh man, that was like a chocolate mousse right there. It's like a chocolate mousse from freaking Cheesesteak Factory or something. I don't even know if they even do chocolate mousses, but they should definitely do that one. Because I would actually go there, because normally, I don't know, I've always kind of been disappointed by Cheesesteak Factory. It's like, maybe you shouldn't concentrate on just cheesesteak. See, this is that freaking pink color, so I should lighten this sucker up. But you know what? See, right now we're just trying to barrel on through. We give it some texture, some three-dimensionality here, so I can make it stand out. There we go. So I'll just leave a little nip of little black there, so we can see that there's see, get globular, folks. A little too globular there, because I didn't necessarily want to get There we go. So, all right, cool. That'll work. Yeah, sure. It definitely. Who would have thought that freaking pink blends in so well with orange? See that pink, man? It's freaking elusive. It's an elusive color. So, next is the good old candy apple red. So, another rinse and dry. I'm just trying to stay consistent with this brush because we're gonna have to move to a different one, but I do have multiple brushes that are good for that size for these letters. So it has to move a little bit smoother. I know we're approaching, gosh, definitely the length of an X-Files episode. At least. Like a season premiere, season finale situation here. Alright, so let's get this red on here. Alright. This stuff's very dry too, so I mean, you'd be thinking, well, if it's so dry, why are you having problems with your overactive salivary glands? Well, I'll have to ask my speech therapist. I honestly think it's because we don't actually talk to each other. We do this thing through texting. I chose texting. They said texting was an option, so I just figured everybody's texting anyway these days. I mean, maybe it would be more effective. So yeah, I'm just sticking with it. I'm sticking with it just like the painting. That's why there's painstaking painting. It's very synchronous. We're keeping the groove, baby. It's keeping the groove. So, all right. So next one. A lot of these freaking paints are gonna get dry. Sorry, folks. This is most likely gonna be probably freaking 4-parter. So, but that's okay. Peanut Butter loves hanging out. If she had her wish, it would be a freaking 10-parter. We'd be painting this whole wall. But it would just, I don't know what to paint that big. I mean, geez. What would you paint that big? Taj Mahal or something? Alright, so that's a red, so we're going to the outrageous orange. Oh yeah, see, we can't use this one anymore. We're going to use one of these smaller ones. See? Boom. So, but the cool part about this is we're actually only going to do the freaking every other word. So, yes. So, but in different colors. So we're already did the red up there. So we're gonna move down to the can, not just the C, but the can. So we're gonna do orange. Gonna do orange on the C. This is very viscous. Very viscous. It sounds like sort of an old pro wrestler name. Well, it's very viscous. Coming on down the ring. Gonna face Bob Backlund. So here we go. Finish up this shade. There we go. So this is good because I think with this brush, it's easy to leave some outlineage, which I like. It's making it interesting. Those little borders. See, now this one, it's a little too wide probably for that, but I can, once the paint's in there, you can narrow it up. So, it's a dark yellow. Ooh boy, this one's, look at that sucker. It's like I'm a paleontologist or something, wiping away for the frickin' fossil in there. Alright, so that ain't gonna work really, so we'll just pour a little bit more in there. Doing this off screen, so excuse the secrecy. Alright, so see, look, that's globular. That's freaking what I'm talking about. So see, that paint will last there for days. Whoa, that's way woo way doggy. So slow down there. Alright, let's get this sucker on there. Oh, you can so that's good. Let's scrape this down to the edge. Lift that up. Boom. Get this middle part. See, now, getting globular fish, there's a level of control involved. So, as much as it screams going willy-nilly with the paint, it actually requires a little bit of, a little bit of kickback. So, see, this is actually a nice one. This is like a 16th of an inch. Boom. There you go. So we're moving right along into just the regular. Actually, we're gonna skip the freaking regular yellow and just jump right into the mint green, because, or not the mint green, this is Cloverfields. That was a crazy movie. I remember seeing the freaking previews for that thing. Freaking Statue of Liberty. Everyone saw the Statue of Liberty's heads flying down the street. Everyone's like thinking it's Godzilla. Which now, I mean, it's like, J.J. Abrams might as well made freaking Godzilla. Surprised he hasn't. Or didn't. I mean, they have, what, 4 new ones out now? So, we're going to go past that green. So we're jumping into the letters lit. You internet kids may be familiar with that slang term, lit. Things are lit. This is lit. This is lit here today. Hopefully it's lit pretty good. I think it is. That's why I'm wearing these, of course, because it's freaking too bright for my sun-broke eyes. Alright, so LIT. We're gonna go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. I don't want to do count. Wait, okay. We skip B, we skip our LIT, and then all we gotta do is the A, and then the whole freaking camel, right? So that's fine. So that's how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. We left on that green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9. So we'll just throw in some white. I don't know. So lit. We're gonna jump into. Let's see. Is that 10? Yeah. So yeah, we'll do a dark. We'll do this dark green. Hopefully this might actually be. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it might have some of that pudding skin boogers, but okay. Oh, I see a found one. See? Put it in there. There's quite a few. You gotta dig under the surface. There we go. You long time. Yes. All right. Cool. Let's move forward. Put it in the soapy water. See, I started developing sort of a bond with a particular brush, and I have this plan to use multiple freaking brushes. When I find a brush that I like, I just stick with it. I just try to keep some, conversation going here. So, what's the color after that? It is the pale blue, which is yes, this one. All right, cool. So, boom, boom. That's all it needs, babe. Boom. All right, so finally, yeah, we're going. I go pick them up. I pick up the Desert Dweller girls. Oh man, thanks, Peanut Butter. Hold that painting down for me. Hold it down for me, girl. So, I pick them up with my 2007 Chevy Cobalt, 1.8 liter. Got a great system, great tinted windows. The tinted windows were, of course, because I got this car, it's like a used car lot. Great tints. May have been a drug dealer who won the car previously. I don't know, that's a really weird assumption. I mean, what does tinted windows have to do with that? But so, turquoise. This is turquoise. Yes, turquoise. Wow. That one's really bad. Okay, so that's fine though, because all we gotta do is this little T right here. Boom. It's actually nice, the texture of these freaking colors, these paints. Right now it's litty. I mean, it's boom. See? Man, that's pretty. If I do say so myself. I was really hoping this voice would freaking chill at some point in the episode, but just bear with me. Bear with me. Bear Grylls with me. So I pick them up, and it's like they don't have a cooler or anything. They don't have like camping gear. There's no. It's like it's their house, just like it's their huts. It's like a community tent. Where are we sleeping? Because I mean, this is pretty far. Like we had to drive, like I said, to another freaking state. But I mean, it was like an hour. It's like an hour drive. And then I'm freaking off-roading on this dirt road, so. Alright, so after turquoise, it's good old ocean breeze. Good old ocean breeze. Yes, this is ocean breeze. But I feel like we should, there's not enough differentiation in color. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the baby blue. So, we'll just go ahead and do this. Yeah, that's nice. See, it's very deceptive because it's got the skin. It makes it look dark. It didn't. I mean, it looks semi-pale blue. So we're out in the middle of freaking nowhere. I mean, it's so dark you can actually see like the Big Dipper and like freaking different constellations. That's like the only one I know. Orion's Belt or something. Sagittarius's freaking belt buckle or something. I don't know. I don't even know how they get those shapes. I just don't get how they get like a freaking crab from these. It's like You'd think it'd just be like, it's like connect the dots. Like, that would be a freaking cool, if that was real, like the connect the dots sort of situation. And you'd be like, dang, that's cool. Like, the freaking dots, the stars connect as a freaking line. That's, like, how does it even happen? I'm a freaking Leo, that's awesome. I'm not, but I'm just sort of speaking for someone who maybe would be excited by that. So that was the pale blue, so, or the baby blue, sorry, so we're gonna go to Atlantis. Welcome to Atlantis, folks, where dreams are made. So, like I said, we're skipping whole flipping words here. See, that's definitely, that makes me think of Atlantis. I don't know why. I really hope this thing stays up. Hold it up, peanut butter, come on, sit. There we go, that's nice. We still have some on the other side. There we go. Boom. Okay. Whew. That thing's making me nervous. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and finish candle. And we'll go ahead and end part 3. We'll go ahead and end part 3. You know, because you might need a break. Maybe you gotta go to sleep. Maybe you gotta get up early. So, maybe you got school, maybe you got work. I mean, these girls definitely didn't work. I mean, that one girl, she, freaking Polly, supposed to be doing a story on the local Vegas comedy scene. That's how we even met. And it's like, did you ever finish your story? I'd like to read it. It's like, she never even like gave me a straight answer. She, like, just at least say you abandoned it or something. Like, oh, I got a better lead, something a little hotter story. So, that said to me that maybe she was doing some kind of freaking, I don't even know, some kind of online blog or something, which is fine. Just say you're freaking putting together a blog. But don't tell me you're doing a freaking story. I thought I was hanging out with Lois Lane or freaking a female freaking Peter Parker or something. See, you got a little wavy in there, but that's pretty good. I don't mind. Hopefully you don't hear people yelling, because I do. There we go, so. I've been very lucky there hasn't been any freaking car alarms going off. Or ambulances or fire trucks. Of course, that's good for many reasons. It's good for others, like they're not in trouble or anything, but, you know, sometimes they can be loud. They typically turn them off, you know, when they do come into a complex, but you never know. You never know, man. So, let's see. I feel like I'm about to do something a little crazy. Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like if I put a little bit of white and some blue to make just one more freaking different shade, it's going to end up looking like another shade. It's going to be giving me shade. Or don't give me shade. Don't give me shade. Alright. So, I'm going to try real hard to time things for part 4 so that maybe the whole episode there's no voice issues. So, it's not even necessarily a voice thing, it's sort of just, I guess, overactive saliva glands. I have multiple, like, sort of, you know, people could be double jointed. It's like I'm double double glanded, something like maybe, you know, it's a possibility. Anything's possible. Look at what we're freaking doing. This is insane. Now, see, I totally forgot to clean off the freaking blue on that. But this has totally inspired me now that we can actually get really crazy with some color mixing. Where we can have swirls of multiple colors in there. And some people, oh, see? No. That's where it mixed. See? That thing's happened by accident. And that's pretty cool because that's inspiring as heck. That's how people learn new things, you know? You just freaking by accident. Like, if you could really see, if you could see it up close, it's nice because it's got a little bit of that freaking ocean breeze in it. Who doesn't like the ocean breeze? Remember, we've talked about it incessantly this entire freaking episode. I just figured, you know, it's like, it'd be better to do these in parts. Because maybe you find one part more interesting than the other. Maybe you see in the thumbnail or whatever, it's like, oh, it's like, I want to see it from the very start. Or it's like, I want to see it from the very end. Or, you know, I want to see the freaking very end. I just want to, it's like some people with basketball games. I just want to see the last 2 minutes. You know, that's all I need. That's all I need is the last 2 minutes. But no, you should watch the whole freaking game because it's be pretty awesome. Just like this. Just like novice painting with the novice painter, Jimmy Novice. I'm Jimmy Novice, the novice painter. So, as you know, so we're going to finish up this D with some light purple, some Prince purple. That's what I'm calling it, Prince purple. It's really Princess purple. Then they have the Princess pink too. It's like this company is obsessed with princesses. Again, I'm going to repeat things sometimes because I mean, when you're freaking talking for like an hour or more, gosh. I mean, my dad tells me the same things all the time. And he can never, it seems like he always knows exactly who he's going to talk about and bring up until he's about to say their name. And then, you know, Bruce Willis in this new movie becomes, what's his face? Better example would be maybe Matt Damon. Maybe not Bruce Willis right now. Let's pray. I don't know. I just remember something happened. I'm not making light of things. You just never know sort of what to expect on this show. You know, what's going to come up? Are we going to talk about people in the desert dwellers? All right, so there's this blue. It's called a bright blue. I'm actually going to see real quick if this is any different than this regular blue. The primary blue, whatever you, yes. I don't know, maybe you could be the judge. Anyway, so we're going to do that L freaking blue color, and then we're going to do it with a light blue. So it definitely is. I mean, it says bright blue, but it's like, it seems like it's dull blue. I mean, compared to the primary blue, see? It basically looks the same. Alright, there we go. I mean, maybe, you know, it's dry, it's still a little different. It's like a, I don't know, it's Americana blue and Cadillac blue, who knows. There's still a lot of blue on this thing, I really want to put it somewhere. Oh well, it's okay. We'll go ahead and rinse that off. We're actually going to go ahead and do when the looks just step back. It's beautiful. It really is, because there's something about, you know, it wasn't necessarily, it seemed too on point in a way, sort of the whole rainbowish, but it's not exactly a rainbow, it's just, it's all the colors of the rainbow, just kind of everywhere, somewhat in a synchronous fashion in some areas. But so while we got this open, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna color these green. Just jump right in. Just say it. You just say, I'm gonna color this. Insert color here and do it. Sounds like they kind of calm down the festivities. They calm down the festivities downstairs, so that's good, because without a lavalier mic, I'm kind of concerned that nobody can actually really hear me as efficiently as I would like without using headphones or some other sound enhancing apparatus, such as a Bluetooth speaker. Although that could be kind of cool just to sort of hear us hear it in stereo, you know, if you want. It's novice painting in stereo. See, now with these up here, I'm trying to actually leave, sheet leave, okay, sheet leave, I'm trying to leave these middle black lines, the spine of the leaf, there you go, it's the spine of the leaf. I wasn't good, you know, I didn't take horticulture. You know, I'm good with some plants, but most others, I'm a layman when it comes to these plants, man. Alright, so I'm definitely leaving some space. Without color, see? But it looks cool. I hope you agree, because I'm just smitten with the creative. I'm just kidding. That sounds very kind. So when I say that, it's just more happiness. It's joy. It's just pure freaking happiness, man. It's like, yes. You know, it's like even if it doesn't come out exactly how I envisioned or wanted, it's like, I did it so. You can see it right there. There's paint. It says paint right there. Look at that. There's paint. Boom. There's texture. There's flavor. Okay, it's not flavored. You definitely don't want to lick these paints. They're not flavored. Like those scented highlighters. I swear they made the same. They used the same freaking thing in those cherry highlighters as they did in like those cherries, those freaking cherry. See, that one I did not say a cuss word. There's a certain aspect of speech through this type of voice that may give the impression that something dirty was said, but no. Let's take the case of, remember, Bruno Mars, Uptown Funk. I get so off course here. Take some level of concentration here, and it helps to talk. Actually helps helps you concentrate more. Sometimes these brain surgeons will listen to like AC/DC. While they're doing some crazy surgery. Boom, that's what we wanted. See, this is, it's turned out immaculate. You know, in a perfect world, you know, these things could be colored too, but we're gonna just gonna leave it as is, because it's just a little too much. It's a little going overboard. You have to know when to say when. So, and I'm gonna be saying when, hopefully, just maybe 30 minutes to an hour at the end of the next part of this, after this one. But just Bear Grylls with me. We're gonna do, let's see. I was thinking, you know, maybe the ocean breeze, but you know what? I think this one's really tricky. I really just want that like perfect color to just kind of make a statement. Let's see. Can I even paint that without making it look stupid or something? Alright, so yeah, let's just go for it. See, we already have some ocean breeze there, so I'm thinking might be nice just to take some put the lid on that sucker and just Bear Grylls with me. We're breaking real. Actually, I do have some backup white. Oh, excuse me. All right, so I just think that'd be interesting to have that. That would really just, I don't know, it would freaking pop. There we go. See. Now I was thinking some orange. I don't know. See, it's a tricky one. This makes me think sort of like a spiritual crown. Obviously, it's just another, you know, it's just artist embellishment. It's just intricacies and details and but you can interpret it any way you like. So to me, this looks like it's like a forest crown, like a crown a fairy would wear or something. So I was thinking, see, if we didn't have the blues and the greens in there, I was going to put a green because that's, you know, foresty. But I might have to find a different color. I don't know. See, it's nice having the variety of color. You know, you just look around, you're like, oh wow, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that one. Look at that one. Look at that one. All right, so just one little maybe. So first shot. Oh, see? You gotta watch your feet around here. I don't even know what I almost did, but I don't think it was gonna be good. All right, so just one more little thing here. We're gonna top this garden crown or nature crown, fairy crown, whatever I was imagining. That's where we're gonna freaking paint that thing. And then we're gonna go ahead and take a break and we'll be back for, now this is really epic. It's a freaking epic freaking episode, I'll tell you that. Just for a paint over. Come on, get real. Get with it. So, again, we're gonna just do what we did down here, but we're gonna do it for real this time. We're gonna at least try to do it for real. Maybe I'll make little indications to make sure I don't muck it up this time. That's what I'm trying to say. My mouth is full of freaking marbles and saliva. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that'll be 20 different letters. And then I'm gonna do some sort of rays of sunshine. And we'll pretty much wrap it up. I mean, this is gonna be pretty epic. Just that one line. I know it didn't seem like much, but heck, this didn't seem like much. I mean, what did we even really touch? That's crazy. But it takes time. It takes time. And it's good. You don't want to rush through things. So, especially, maybe you're studying. Maybe you're studying in the background. Maybe you're having, again, maybe you're hungry. You need something to watch. You're about to sit down, eat some Chick-fil-A or something. Or some, maybe you help somebody move like I did with the painting, and they got you some Burger King. I mean, that's what it's eventually going to lead to. Now, I'm saving the desert rave story, the whole thing, for part 4, because I just knew this wasn't, it's just crazy. Alright, so, the yellow isn't close, but I think we need to just not worry about it and just go ahead and, just jump in. We're just going to do the green. Heck it. Just do the green. Alright, so this requires Daft Punk touch. We've talked about Daft Punk touches. Especially when you're getting globular in a confined, tight area. So, now that stuff's dry. And see, I was smart. I left that entire word unpainted. Right, so I'm gonna come over here. The way the light's hitting it's kind of giving me it's not giving me the best view. There we go. So, alright. See, as I was doing that's a really cool idea. It may not be possible because it's too wet, but what we're going to do, we're going to put red and yellow in there too. We're going to do blue, yellow, red in those 3 holes. Okay, so, don't giggle, okay, yes. Sometimes it's appropriate to say 3 holes. I mean, there's 3 freaking holes there, so how else can you describe it? I mean, they're not exactly like what you would think of as a hole, but so I hope you had a good meal. I hope you had a good cleaning of the house, or maybe you're just waking up from a nap after falling asleep, watching a paint over. Just want to step back, just admire that. That's really turned into something. Hope you've seen the first episodes. If not, you can always go back because, well, I mean, it's the internet, right? So, stay tuned because we're going to be jumping right back into it for part 4. It's slowly, there we get. See, freaking at the end every time. Every time. So we're gonna fill in those 3 holes. We're gonna do this color spectrum through here, the whole thing like that one. I mean, it's daunting, but peanut butter is gonna be there with us, and hopefully you will too, because I'm sure you're gonna wanna see the very final finished product, because there's gonna be some surprises in there. You never know where else this is gonna go. We're gonna finish the rave story, and well, thank you again, and we'll be right back with novice painting with the novice painter, Jimmy Novice. I'm Jimmy Novice, the novice painter.